everybody, welcome back to All Things Jamie. Today's video is going to be about my all-time favorite foundation and then just a makeup routine for when I'm going out or just want to do a full beat face. So if you guys want to see how I was able to achieve this look, stay tuned. Alright y'all, so first things first, you want to start off with a clean canvas, and my face is totally clean. The next thing I do is I wear false eyelashes. So the next thing that I'm going to do is get my lashes ready. So the lash glue that I use is by Eye Envy, and it's just regular black eyelash glue. So what I found since I've been wearing lashes is that I think it says on the back to put it on there for like 20 to 30 seconds or so before applying. I let mine sit for a little minute because I like it to get nice and tacky. And I'll show y'all my little technique for putting on my lashes and helping them look most natural. I like my lashes to be long, but I like I said, I like for them to look natural. So anywho, I just go ahead and put a nice little strip on my lash and let it sit. So that's the first thing that I do after I clean my face. The second thing that I do is I prime my face. Now, just to give a little history on my skin, as you can see, I have hyperpigmentation and I'm acne prone. I've got lots of scars. This pregnancy has actually given me more acne, which is really weird. It's my 5th pregnancy, and I have had more acne with this pregnancy than any of my other pregnancies. I was actually looking forward. I was like, oh, well, since I'm pregnant, my skin's going to clear up. And yeah, no, Judah was not that kind to me. So I actually had to transition my foundations because I was actually using Fenty's Pro Filter foundation. I really like it, but it's medium coverage, and you can build it to full coverage. As a mom of 4 that's working full-time as an RN, a wife, I don't have time for all of that. So this is actually one of the reasons why I'm doing the video, because this foundation that I'm going to show you guys today is amazing. So if you have acne prone skin, literally I can do my face in like 7 minutes. That's not a full beat, but I mean a cute little face. So anywho, back to what I was saying. What I have oily skin too, so I use this Becca product as my primer. It's Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Now the thing about this primer is that if you're oily, it's gonna make you mad. She did not come to play games, okay? So anywho, and you'll see, but you have to work really quickly with this primer because it dries very fast. And if you don't get it blended in properly, then you'll be able to see it because it literally dries. You'll be able to see it underneath your foundation. So I normally put the majority of it in my oiliest areas, which is my nose, and then I just try to blend it out. My forehead, I always try to make sure to go on the side of my nose, and then my chin. And that's it. I have a little bit left, so I'm leaving wasting product, y'all. That thing is like $40. So I'll put a little bit in my smile lines and then blend out. And then let it completely dry. So after that, the next step, I set my primer with powder. And the powder that I'm currently using, which I really like it, is another Fenty Beauty product. It's her Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. So I use that, and it's in the color Nutmeg. So I'll go ahead, and I don't use a lot, but like I said, I'm an oily girl, I'm acne prone, so I have to, this is where I take my steps, and you can kind of see, if you look, the white of the primer. But as I was saying, since I don't like to do a whole bunch of concealing and all that stuff for time's sake, I spend my time making sure that my canvas is nice and prepared for my foundation. And one could say, you know, you could use your concealer and all that stuff and use those other foundations for that. But this is just what I choose to do. And this is what works for me. And the thing that I like about the foundation that I'm going to talk about is that even if I don't use a primer, oils will break through, but it is so full coverage that even after the oils break through and I pat my face, or even after wearing a mask with COVID, my face is still done at the end of the day. I mean, I'm talking about when I was doing 12-hour shifts, or even longer. When I would come home, I could still like put on a little lipstick if I wanted to and be presentable if I wanted to go out. So the next step after doing that, and if you can see, it kind of evens out with the setting powder, kind of starts to even out my skin. So what I'll do next is bring in the star of the show. So again, this is my all-time favorite foundation. I have tried everything that you can think of that's actually real full coverage, which those products are hard to find for my skin complexion, because I have yellow or golden undertones, and it's just hard to find a good match that doesn't make you like look like you just poured oil all over your face. So anywho, my favorite foundation is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Coverage, and it's actually camouflage makeup for face and body. So like if you have tattoos that you're wanting to cover, or bad scarring, this is the foundation to use. And my color is 6W1 Sandelwood. So this is what it looks like, and it retails for like $40, and it's for the standard 1 ounce. But it lasts a long time because you don't have to use a whole bunch. So anywho, the brush that I'm going to use today is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. And with this foundation, I try to use a dense brush because it just helps with the overall movement of the foundation. And you don't have to use a whole lot. I'm not one to put my foundation on my hands. Like I said, I believe in conserving my product, so it goes right on my brush. And which I know you don't get all of the product from the brush to the face, but that's what I do. So anywho, I'm just going to show you all how amazing this product is. And you do have to work quick because it dries fast. This is with no concealer or anything like that. Like I said, you do have to work quick. Because it'll start drying. I'm going to add a little bit more to my other. There's some spots still peeking through over here. This is why I love this foundation. So you see what my face went like before to looking like this now. You can't beat it. Like, legit, I've used Huda Beauty, Clinique's. I've used so many products. I still see a little bit peeking through, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, because I have so much pigmentation. I don't like it to I don't like for my scars to peek through. There we go. And then just remember to blend down to your neck and into your hairline so that you have a really flawless look. Alright, so that's that. And then what I'll do next is my brows. So for my eyebrows, I use LA Girl Pro Conceal. Nothing super expensive. This is the old tried and true. Been around a long time. The color is in Fawn. So I just go in and give the shape that I want. I'll let that sit for a little bit. And while it's sitting, I'll go ahead and shape my brows before I fill them in. Okay, sorry y'all. My battery died. Anywho, so like I was saying, I had to go ahead and fill in my concealer. Y'all, I told y'all I'm in my 3rd trimester, so y'all excuse all the huffing and puffing that I'm doing. But I had to go ahead and blend in my concealer on my eyes so that it wouldn't get, so that I wouldn't be able to do so later. But that's how I do my under eye. And like I said, while that's drying, I normally shape like I want to. And then I'll go ahead and fill in. Now what I'm filling in with is, the color is dark brown eyebrow pencil by True Color, and I think I got this from the Dollar General actually, but it is my fave brow pencil. Super cheap, maybe like, I don't know, $2-3 or so. But I don't like brows that have too much intense definition to them. I like for them to look natural. So that's why I go up and down at the front. And then I'll go back. And I don't do like a straight line, because I don't like it to be too hard. I hope y'all can see what I'm saying. But it gives it a more natural brow. So even though I like a full beat face, I like my brows to look real. Okay. So that's that part. Now I had to charge my battery, so instead, what I would normally do is go ahead and do my eye makeup, but don't forget I went ahead and put the glue on my lashes, so I don't want them to get too dry. So what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and put my lashes on. I'm going to show y'all my little technique. So instead of putting the glue on the bottom of the lash, I put the glue on the top. and I put my lashes underneath. So I'm gonna show you my little secret. So here's my lash, and it goes on underneath. Now, part of the reason why I let the glue dry for such a good amount of time is so that I can maneuver the lash like I want to without it just picking up and moving. So it'll kind of stay put in the areas that I want it to, and then it'll move in the other areas. And then I just take my finger and I push it up, and then I'll go on top to just secure the lash down. See that? Easy peasy. And again, it gives it a more natural look. So I'm gonna go in and do my other side. There we go. Let's let y'all see this side a little more close up. So I'm going underneath. And you can use tweezers, but I prefer my hand. Using my fingertips, it's just easier for me that way. So those are my lashes. Like I said, I love it this way because you really can't see that it's an artificial lash. I mean, obviously, most African American women don't have lashes this long, but when you wear them on top, it gives other people the opportunity to see the actual strip, versus this way, you can't see it. And I've had so many people mistake my lashes to be mine. Like, I get so many compliments on them. So that's that. The next thing I'm gonna do, excuse me, is I'm gonna do my eyes. And I'm just gonna do a little simple, little something, nothing too exciting. So I like to start my lashes with a good base. This is gonna be a neutral look. So, oh, I don't know what color this is because it's not on there, but it's the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. And I'm going to use this one. Now for my eyes, y'all, I don't know what these brushes are called, because I've had them so long. But I will say this, something that I've learned over the years and just put a pin there for a second. Some people need to use a primer over their lids, but I don't. My lids don't get oily, so anywho, I just use a neutral base all over the lid. But what I was getting ready to say is that I have learned that it is not just your brush is important, but what is most important is the quality of your shadow. So if you are using a more inexpensive shadow, then understand you're not going to have as much pigmented payoff, because you're just not. So you may have to wet your brush to get the color payoff that you want. I'm wondering if I let these sit too long since my camera died. Okay. So that's that. Then I'm going to go in. I love golds. So I'm going to go in and I'll just clean off my brush, because I'm going to use that same brush for my the gold that I'm going to use. So I'm going to just clean it off on a washcloth or a towel, or I'll even use my arm. I love this gold. It's got lots of, it's this one right there. Didn't get enough on my brush. Y'all see that gold? I let these dry too long. That's okay. If I have to, I'll just go back and reapply them. So yeah, these are not working. Let me just be real. I'll take them off and we'll do those lashes again at the end. said, I'm gonna set my whole face. With my setting powder, fix anything that got out of place, and that's my look. Because of wearing the mask and whatnot, I don't do a whole bunch of heavy lip because it just doesn't seem worth it if it's on the mask. But for today, we'll use Milani's More Shine. I really like these lip glosses. It's in Desire. It's a color lip gloss, or I'm sorry, liquid color. No liner needed. Dab in. Alright, you guys, so this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and press the notification button. This was just another video with all things Jamie. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time.